Good morning, listeners, and good morning, wrestling. It's August 9th, 2017, and you've made your way to the newest Good Morning Wrestling. You're here with The Slew and
Charles X.
Charles, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's Wednesday morning, which means last night we got a new SmackDown Live. You still call it SmackDown Live, or you just call it SmackDown?
SmackDown Live.
Just like if you were in conversation with me and we weren't being recorded, would you say SmackDown Live or SmackDown?
SmackDown, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wish they would drop it, to be honest with you. I think it's unnecessary to say.
No, if they drop it, then they're going to stop doing it live.
But that's ridiculous, because it's not Raw Live.
Yeah, but SmackDown hasn't always been live. That's a key selling point now.
Yeah, I understand, but once you get your point over...
I've said since the split that I thought they would drop it eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you get your point across... Like, I understand promoting, like, first off, but you would assume eventually they'd just be SmackDown.
Yeah.
Just the live just sounds like... It just sounds like it's not SmackDown, you know what I mean? It sounds like it's like SmackDown, semicolon, live.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like it's an event, rather than the show SmackDown. I don't know. Randomness. But we did get a new SmackDown Live last night, and it was alright. It was decent. There were some ups, there were some downs. Weren't too many ups, downs. We enjoyed it. We didn't enjoy it. I don't know. How'd you feel? I can't speak for both of us.
I mean, it was a decent show. Not as good as Raw, I didn't think.
No. Well, it's like a different SmackDown. You know, last week...
Well, you said no, like, it's not enough to think. For a while there, SmackDown was much better than Raw. And now it's kind of, I think, flip-flopped.
Well, I mean, I think Raw... I think last week's SmackDown was better. You know?
Yeah.
I think it's more... I enjoy... It's like they took turns. Last week, Raw was more about out of the ring, and SmackDown was more about in the ring. And then this week, it was reversed. SmackDown was more about out of the ring, and Raw was more about in the ring. See what I'm saying? Like, that's... And granted, that's not always... One or the other isn't really always going to make it the better show, but it just seems that's what's happened these last 2 weeks. Raw was just really good.
Yeah, it was.
I always think that they're usually pretty good. It's kind of it's hard. It's like the Marvel movies for me. You know, I don't think any of them are bad. I like it all. I like all the wrestling. I don't think any of it's bad.
That's your point. I mean, you got to enjoy it. So
yeah,
that's a good outlook to have.
And we're watching the best people at it. Even like if you see like a mid-carder, that mid-carder is better than like the world champion somewhere else, you know? And this mid-carder is going to lose his job at WWE and go become the world champion somewhere else. That's just how it works.
Yeah, that's true.
But SmackDown, how did it start off? Who was it?
John Cena. Cena came out.
Yeah, I got that written down.
Cena came out. The crowd was fired up. They were in Toronto.
Yeah.
Just like Raw.
Good crowd.
That is one thing that makes the show a lot better. If this would have been a show in Knoxville, Tennessee, that would have been not as good.
Yeah, I mean, if this would have been a show,
the crowd was all behind it.
I mean, they go to big places sometimes, and I feel like lately the crowd's been a bit dead. To be honest with you, but lately, as in these last couple of days, the crowd's been amped. I mean, Cena gets his normal pop, and then Baron Corbin interrupts Cena. Cena's just, sucking the wang of Shinsuke Nakamura, essentially, which isn't bad, getting him over. Hearing some good Shinsuke chants that we wish we would have got a while back, and not saying, you don't got to put something down to raise something up, but it was nice to hear people chant for Shinsuke, see big signs for him and whatnot in the crowd.
Corbin officially debuted his song.
I thought it was weird, though, that for the first debut of Corbin's new song, let's play 20 seconds of it and cut it?
Yeah, that was weird. That's a good point. I thought the same thing. Because it's like, why would you not want to hear the whole thing if you don't necessarily know that song?
I don't remember the riff at all. I remember the, I'm Aleister Black. That's That's what I think of Aleister Black with that one, I'll tell you that much. That sounds like they made that for Aleister Black, and Corbin was like, I think that I'll take that one for myself. See, you guys probably didn't even hear that, but I was acting like I was Corbin, so that's why. We'll move on.
He does speak pretty quietly. I see.
Yeah, he does. He does.
But he's just a calm guy. He's just.
Does he usually wear sleeveless shirts?
What do you, yeah.
He was wearing a sleeveless shirt last night. I just can't. Does he always have the sleeves ripped off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I think he looks fine. I think that the reason, because Cena called him, well, he called him skinny fat.
Called him a skinny
off
fat
the heels of
fire.
The dumpster fire got over, and that was just the fan.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was nice to see, because, you know, it's not like...
Well, finish your thought. You said on the heels of. And then you stopped.
Yeah, I lost my thought. See,
you're probably talking about the Finn Balor tweet. Is that
oh, yeah. On the heels of the Finn Balor tweet calling, where he called Baron a little overweight. I think that, like, if Baron was overweight, they wouldn't be saying it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a good point in it. Like, it sounds offensive, which I don't give a fuck, but also, if you're put off by the offensiveness of it because you just don't like fat jokes, because fat jokes are fucked up. To be honest, that's the last joke I'd tell is a fat joke. But, he's not fat, so it's fine. He's fucking got an impressive...
I mean, Cena's right, he is skinny fat.
Yeah, he's skinny fat.
He is, like, the same kind of build as, like, CM Punk.
Yeah, and John Cena is a guy who freaking... take his shirt off in any situation because he's damn built like a god, son of a bitch. Just steroids. I'm just kidding. I can't just give it to him. I can't just give it to him. I gotta take it away. But Daniel Bryan came out, little guy, just about a beard.
Big reaction.
Yeah, huge pop. They were excited as shit. And you know, he came out and smiled.
Made the match for SummerSlam. Cena versus Corbin.
Set it up. You know, we all knew it was coming.
Yeah, and that's all we got from them tonight.
Keep your nose out of my business, John. When you get in my business... So you know what Baron Corbin does a lot? Calls people by their first name and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Calls Cena by their first name.
I know, but it just... I don't know. I just feel like it's a Corbin thing. Like, Corbin's just like, John. Like, I don't know.
Well, I see your point.
Stands out for me when he does it.
For me, I remember Seth Rollins constantly calling him John. AJ Styles calling him John.
It's a heel thing.
Everybody, well, that's whoever's going to be feuding with Cena.
Yeah, I know. But, I don't know, it just stands out when Corbin does it for me.
Yeah, I see your point.
That's pretty much it, though. There was no...
no, that's it for the night.
Physicality there between those two. We don't see either of them come back, not even at the very end. Not a lot of Baron Corbin... what's the word? Tricks? Not tricks. Surprises? Or, something, I don't know. Fake outs, like acting like he's gonna cash in the briefcase or whatever. He's only done it once.
Yeah. But maybe they're trying to keep him out of the that's how you make it a surprise.
Yeah.
If he keeps doing it and then does it.
You're right. But, then, the Usos had a match. And they were going up against the Canadians. Tell them who they are.
Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah. It was it was a good match. It was like they were giving the fans a match, kind of. You know, they had Ty going over, getting some good work done.
No, he didn't go over.
No. Going over in the match, like during.
Yeah, he got a big hot tag and just went off. Ty Dillinger has the best lockup in the WWE.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
He is very technically sound.
He just, right from the start, it's just great lockup. It's a weird thing to say that someone does well, but it's like throwing punches, you know. It's hard to see it. It's hard for that to stand out. So that proves he really is a really good worker. Just to even have just small things. And I remember being a kid and, like, the wrestlers doing small things in matches, and it's standing out to me.
Yeah,
so,
good point. You know. Very good point. Ty Dillinger is very good. Like I said, pretty sound match. But the Usos got the win.
Usos did.
I
love their finishing
they
combo.
Should. Dude, that kick to the back of the leg
Yeah, I love
It looks
that.
like it
and then
hurts.
the submission, I really dig it. It's like a new Usos.
That submission is dope. I know I've seen people use it many a time, but that's like that's always the one where it's like,
I mean,
this
they
guy.
used it.
Well, I feel I can't name anybody in particular, but I've seen people use it. I feel like it's the kind of submission that people pull out when they don't have a submission. You know, like they don't have a normal submission, and then they just use that
Like the
randomly.
Usos.
Yeah, like the Usos, and that looked nice. Made him tap real quick. Which
I mean, he tried to hang in there, but Sami Zayn was knocked out from that super kick on the outside.
Yep.
For a long time, it seemed like maybe too long.
maybe too long, but hey, it really was. It was a good match, and everybody there enjoyed it a lot, chanting for the hometown boys, and really, the Usos getting the heat nonstop all the time. They're really good at it.
It was a good match. Afterwards, the Usos were cutting a promo, and then the New Day interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
And only Big E came out until Kofi and Xavier attacked from behind. A sneak attack.
Oh, we're in red.
I like that. That was really smart. That's what you gotta make this as personal as you can. This is one of the better feuds.
Yeah, I wrote down Savage, and then I used it again later on in the day. This was showing the Usos that the New Day doesn't just play. They're showing them that they have a hardcore. The Usos all literally about prison. So
Do you think they're gonna give this match a gimmick? Because they showed.
I think they should make it like a hardcore type match.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because they flashed the chairs, but they didn't use them.
Yeah, definitely. I see your point. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think of that whenever I saw it. That is definitely a good thought. The thing that I thought when I saw it was they're just trying to. They're good guys, so they're trying to show that they're willing to do that, but then they still didn't have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like getting them out of it, like they're still the good guys. Because if
it's
they
just that personal to where they wanted to inflict pain.
Yeah, but if they really would have done it, afterwards, everybody would be like, damn. Like, they just beat the shit out of that guy. Oh, because looked like it was going to be a merciless attack. Kofi literally looked like he was playing that carnival game where you take the sledgehammer to get a prize. Like, he is about to swang. But that's when you know it's not going to happen, too.
Yeah.
Somebody goes for the head with the sledgehammer. You're like, okay. He's getting out there. But, that was it. New Day attacked. Usos freaking got their asses beat by the champs. Getting the payback.
Yeah, they did.
Hell yeah, they did.
That's what happened.
It popped up in the back after this, don't you? You got it written down next part.
What?
Randy Orton giving
Okay.
a promo.
Yep.
Thought he was going to get the Randy treatment, and he didn't.
You're going to have to explain
Oh, the
that.
Randy
It's
treatment.
a little bit of an inside joke.
Well, for a long time, we've called... There's a Randy Orton treatment, which is... Randy Orton's just so good, and they don't want him to lose fair. So what they do is they have him get hurt before the match. He's just always... He goes into every match not 100%. Recently, they haven't done it.
It was really more so from in 2012.
Yeah, recently they haven't done it. But, it just used to always be like, his legs just ain't 100%. His ribs, they taking
Back
the...
when it was like him and Dolph, Alberto, Big Show, and that was Sheamus, pretty much SmackDown back in that day.
Yeah. Which is weird, because it was like their
Then
brand.
they made
but there
Raw the
wasn't-
Super Show, and everything went to hell.
Yeah, it did. Fucking super show. But Randy just gave a promo just talking about how he's getting his revenge tonight on
Saying that Mahal
Jinder.
won't get away.
yeah, because he won't. And he didn't, as you'll see later. That was a pretty boring promo because it's Randy Orton and he has no social cues. And we're gonna move on from that. I will say though, Renee Young, Beetlejuice, and
She got a big reaction.
yeah, she did. Yeah,
Maybe
people like
bigger
Renee
than
Young.
Randy. Initially, when they showed her, it was a big reaction. Then
It
they
was.
showed Randy, and it was kind of not so much. But then the fans got behind it. So.
Yeah. But then we had a funny segment. Some charisma came to the show after Randy Orton finally slithered away. Tyler Breeze. We got that old pin board that always has some funny ass shit on it that's random as hell. What do you think the Elephant Man thing was?
I didn't focus on the
You
pinboard
didn't?
this week. I really just...
There was one that just said The Rock, and it just said The Rock, and then the thing that said who is this or missing? Or have you seen him?
That's what I was focused on. I was thinking that was Luke Harper.
Luke Harper. I don't know where they're going with this now. Fandango, the Ascension came. Funny stuff.
Yeah, the Ascension came in they were just there for the pies. That turns out that's all they really wanted. The Ascension is really been showing a lot of charisma lately.
They're not only getting over during this random, funny-ass Breezango thing that they shouldn't even really be involved in, but they are. But they also had a face turn during it. Would you not say? I mean, granted, they could still work as heels.
Gimmick change.
Like,
honestly.
They could be funny.
They're the same people, but they're talking and shit now. They weren't even talking before.
You're right. They could be funny and still
Why
heels.
do you think they shouldn't be
I just
in
see
this?
them as... No. I love that they're in it. I'm just saying... That's what I'm saying. I love how they somehow managed to get into it when they're completely irrelevant to the story. You know what I mean? Like, they brought them in as the two guys who it could have been, but they've played a big role in the whole story, just constantly being in it.
I liked how Breeze was like, well, don't you want to know what happened to Dango? And they just, no, we're just here for the pies.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. But then, something even funnier happened.
Dango came back.
Yeah.
And he was probed by aliens. But that was the good part, apparently.
No, I thought that the next part was the next part. But
no, I'm saying he liked
yeah.
He said he could have came back at any time.
I really don't know where they're going with that. That's very odd. That's very odd. So it's not a tag team? Are they just copping out?
What?
Because that's kind of how it seems.
I guess.
They could just now be like...
They said it was aliens, and then they also discovered who attacked the horse. So, I mean, it's really just over if you think about it.
Unless... They're going to keep it going somehow.
Somebody wrecked the office.
Somebody
wrecked the office.
I don't know.
But Arn Anderson was the person.
Yeah.
Who destroyed the horse. Because it was not named Arn. It was named Tully.
Which is funny.
Which is very funny. I like that a lot.
Arn Anderson on TV making a joke.
Yeah.
Taking donuts. Plain ones at that. Is he Canadian?
Right. No.
I thought about that in the moment. I was like, man, that's why he's like...
I don't know where he's from, but no, he's not Canadian.
He's probably just always with them.
Yeah.
Doing stuff, whatever he does. Big part of the show,
Making a lot of money.
Well, it's a big show. But, that was the Breezango thing. It was pretty funny. I kind of really am anxious to see where they're going with it, to be honest.
Yeah. If they're going anywhere.
Yeah, they're going somewhere. They have to keep it up. Everybody loves it. But, speaking of stuff everybody loves, what do we have next? Charles.
Charlotte.
Yes.
And Lana. Okay, I didn't get what you were.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good.
Oh, you thought that? Did you think I meant like in the Breezango thing? No, Charlotte went up against Lana, a match that we've all been wanting to see.
Yep.
Really though, Charlotte has been saying that she doesn't even deserve to be there.
Charlotte's a lot better as a babyface than I thought she would be. I think she's done really good lately. Yeah,
she's just good. You know?
I mean, at any point they could just put her in the title picture, but right now she's like, kind of like reminds me of like Edge in like 2009. Like he's just when he was a great heel, but he was in a babyface run, not even feuding for the title, but just having just good matches.
Yeah.
I like what Charlotte's doing.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really need the title right now. Other people need it a lot more than she does. She's already a 4-time champ.
I think they should let Lana wear the revealing stuff like she was.
Yeah, she was.
Because now she's wearing shorts and underneath her gear. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just me being just a typical stereotypical man, but I think that was a lot. Why not?
She's very good.
Show a little more leg and cheek.
Yeah, but whatever.
But she went for during the match. She went for a sunset flip and exposed Charlotte's butt to the crowd on that side. They got a "Thank you, Lana" chant going on. That was pretty funny.
It was funny. They laughed about it in the ring too.
Yep.
It was an alright match, I guess. Charlotte just beat the shit out of her, really.
Lana slapped her, and that was a mistake. She lit a fire under Charlotte, and Charlotte big booted her and then submitted Lana with the figure 8.
The figure 8. Yep, and that was it,
Yeah.
Really, that was really it. Charlotte just whipped her ass. Which is what should have happened. I mean, what else are you going to have happen?
Exactly. There's not really too much there.
It's weird, because it's like, what do you do with Lana other than have her lose to everybody because they should all be better than her? Yeah. And so far, she's just lost to everybody.
Well, if she beat Charlotte, that would make no sense.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But who can she beat that it would make sense? You know?
Jobbers.
Yes, you're right. Jobbers and build her up.
But it's like they're not trying to fool people.
Yeah.
Like, because you could have Ava Marie come out there and beat Jobbers, but she's still not a good wrestler.
I don't know. I mean, some people are
So
thinking...
it's like, at least they're not trying to insult our intelligence.
There's still people out there, though, that are wanting to make Jobbers great again. Bad luck, Folly. But that match, it was not the greatest match. Just for the fact that it just wasn't the greatest match. I mean, there was a lot of screaming. A lot of Lana screaming. Which is fine. Running a gimmick. She's doing fine. We'll see her progress. But we'll get over that piece there. Shane McMahon came on out to the ring. Had his face down there.
To lay down the law.
Oh, yeah. Laying it down. He's got to tell them, hey, guys. This is how a match works. And that's pretty much it. That was my thought, though, beforehand. Like, that's not really what it was. I was being a smartass in my head. But I was like, how is this necessary?
But anyway, he was coming out to give the rules of engagement. He comes out and introduces Kevin Owens. And he didn't have the Face of America stuff on.
Nope.
Not the Titantron or anything. I think that was a good place to stop having him doing it, you know.
Yeah, they didn't try to. They started fizzling it out last week. He didn't wear the stuff last week, right?
Yeah.
He's just wearing normal clothes, but still had the Titantron, so it's gone now, which is fine. You're right. They should get rid of it.
But then Styles came out, and the crowd was pretty split. Maybe 60-40 Owens.
Yeah, because Owens, it was weird, because Owens was dissing him, and they boo when he dissed him, but then he'd say something like positive just about himself, and then everybody would cheer, you know?
They called himself a legendary Canadian.
Yeah, so I feel like didn't they kind of boo him when he said that?
No, they loved it.
Did they like it?
Well,
right before that, he said that Bret Hart deserved it, and that he
Owens
didn't.
Apologized to Shane and said that he didn't deserve that last week, and then he brought up the screw job.
Yeah,
and said that Bret deserved it, which he did. Let's be honest. Styles says never to trust a McMahon, and then they used some really good use of bringing back old stuff.
Yeah, that's funny.
Styles and McMahon from earlier this year, and then Shane from 18 years earlier.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That Owens was kind of seeming like he was getting along with Styles there for a little bit, you know. How he was like, he could do this to us, you know. He could do this to you, man.
Yeah, well, what it was
that's manipulation.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do, and it was working because it was like Styles. I like the way they're playing it because it's like they kind of both were working gray, whatever. I don't know what phrase I would use for that, but they were kind of getting along, and it was very entertaining, very funny. Lots of laughs during that segment, and
Owens was a lot better on the mic than Styles in this segment.
Oh yeah, but Owens is a lot better on the mic than a lot of people. That motherfucker, woo, burning it up.
It's situation. You know where you're at. So I mean,
yeah.
If you know AJ Styles is going to get ate up by a fucking promo out there, maybe you wouldn't want him doing that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad though. I mean, he held his own and whatnot. He didn't have any backup images or anything to show. So Owens beat him there. But then it all...
he just said that Shane would know what would happen to him if he screwed around in the match.
He didn't want none. WrestleMania is what he said.
Yeah, exactly. But he's the Canadian legend, Kevin Owens.
Canadian legend. And then Seth said that he would be fair unless he gave him a reason not to be. And then freaking... they got in each other's faces because AJ Styles was like, "This is the closest you'll get to this towel." And then Kevin Owens was like, "What's that all about, eh?" Dang it, I messed it up. I said about normal. A boot, eh? And then Styles pushed him, and then he pushed him. And then Seth tried to separate him. Seth, I do that every time. Shane tried to separate him, and Owens punched Styles in the face. And then Styles went for a damn Pele kick. And got Shane.
I wonder why you do that.
I don't know.
It's like such a small little thing, but that's pretty funny.
I don't know. Just stuff happens like that. And,
No, I mean, I feel you, because shit like that happens.
It's
all
a
the
weird
time.
connection I have. I don't know what it is. And it's not like I'm forgetting Shane's name, because it's not like I say, like, Finley or even, like, Steph.
It's just...
it's just Seth.
Yeah, it's just...
Every time.
That name. It really is always Seth. I'm not... Like, that's pretty funny.
It's weird. It's like there's some correlation there for some reason. But, and they exploded, and Owens rolled out, and he snickered and laughed at AJ, and he walked away, and it was a good segment.
It must be because Shane is Vince's son and Seth is Triple H's son.
That might be it. That might be it.
I think we figured it out.
Yeah, I think they're all just whores.
Yeah, they are. I mean, but we figured that out a long time ago. Speaking of whores, Naomi and Carmella is next. Yeah, that was fucked up. That was fucked up. But, I mean, I had to say it because that was funny. Because I got to do what I got to do. But there was a promo actually first before that.
I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let you go because that was such a good segue. But there was.
Well, right before the match, there was a promo. What was it? Lana and Tamina. Lana will help Tamina find her ambition.
It was, it's weird. It's very corny.
Yeah, it's real corny.
But Lana's doing it well.
I think that happened during the entrances. During Carmella's entrance. I
Yeah.
might be wrong.
Yeah, did it? That's weird.
I might be wrong. I might have that all wrong. But the match happens, and Ellsworth comes back.
Ooh, I know what
That's
happened.
exactly what the crowd wanted, too.
I knew what happened.
What?
Before the break, they were like, Carmella coming up next in the fight. And then that's where you acknowledged that the match was going to start. And then when they came back, it was a promo.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I know, random. I'm just filling in life.
No, you're right.
But, yeah, they had a Carmella versus Naomi. The Glow versus the... I'm not going to say it. The only thing that I can think of that rhymes is Ho. I said it. Damn it. It was a match. It happened. Not the two greatest wrestlers.
No, definitely not. But Carmella got the win.
Yeah, she got the win.
That's
How'd she
cool.
get that win?
Ellsworth came back. And then she won a super kick. Or a shuffle side kick, pretty much.
Was she standing? Was Naomi standing when she hit her with the kick? Because I didn't see the kick.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why I envisioned her like on her knees when she hit her. I guess it's just because Carmella's kind of short.
After the match now, Natalya tells Carmellsworth to butt out of her match. Don't get involved.
Are they calling them that?
Well, I don't think so.
Damn, that's great, man. Carmellsworth?
Yeah.
That's perfect. I can't believe it. Oh my god, that's literally like, that's like, you didn't even change anything.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. You keep doing this. You did this recently. With Sheamus and Cesaro, maybe?
Cesaro?
Yeah. Didn't you?
That's not that creative, though.
But you said it first, and then they started saying it. And they're going to start saying Carmellsworth. Mark my words. But either way, Ellsworth came back, and the crowd was chanting for him before he came back. And they freaked out when he came out.
Yeah, they loved it. They were all for him.
They freaked out. That was a pretty big pop.
That shows that once you take something away for about a month, people will be like, oh, I want to see it.
Yep. And you know what's nuts? When she came out, I didn't at first see that Ellsworth was on her shirt, and I was like, wow, they just dropped Ellsworth. In my head, I was like, they just dropped him, you know what I mean?
No, he's
and
been
then,
suspended.
Well, yeah, I know he's suspended, but I was like, my thought process was everybody's forgotten about Ellsworth, and we're just going to drop him. But no, came back that night. So they did it very well.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought they'd wait till SummerSlam, but yeah.
Yeah, they could have waited, but I don't know.
At least it was for a big crowd.
Yeah, I mean, they had to make the show. They had to make the show good. They had to make good to the crowd a big show. They're not in Canada often, and
That's
they love
true.
Canada. You know, they're gonna go to freaking like Philly 4 times before they get back to Canada. You know,
Yeah.
so it was a good night. Although it wasn't as good as last week, it was a good night. And then Shinsuke.
Shinsuke has a promo.
Hell yeah, he does.
Talks about how pretty much it was an honor to step in there with Cena, and to beat him was a huge deal for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that at SummerSlam, the Nakamura dynasty begins.
Yeah, he dropped Cena on his damn neck. I'll tell you what. Cena probably feeling like he ran a 50-yard dash in a 40-yard gym. That motherfucker landed on his head.
That was pretty funny.
I can't, like, he looked like he was perfectly fine. And when Cena came out in the beginning of the night, he was, like, popping his neck and laughing. Did you see that?
No.
When he came out, like, right when he came out, going down the ramp, he was just, like, just popping his neck and smiling and laughing, acting, like, ha. But, yeah, Shinsuke speaking English. We all know he can speak English perfectly fine, or at least he knows the language. And, this is a nice little Renee Young interview.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird that he wasn't there. He was there in the back, I guess, though they could have just shot it earlier. But, I mean, like we said, it's Canada, and they want to give these people a good show, and Shinsuke wasn't there. That's odd.
Yeah. But they didn't need him. Because they had their hometown boy.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Jinder Mahal. It's not the right song.
I know. I know. That's just what came to my head.
At least you did it right, though.
Was that Great Khali?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, fuck, I'll take what I
Did I hit it? Did I get it good?
I can get. That was decent.
Okay, good. Yeah. Jinder came out there. He said he's fighting the Viper, man. We're getting it again. No Singh brothers.
I know that the crowd was hot all night, and we've stressed that, but big ovation for Mahal.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd was all for him, but it's not like they were also for Orton. Orton was getting very booed.
Yeah.
In the match, anytime Orton would get any offense, which he got a lot of right off the bat, Orton was fucking whooping ass. He really was.
Yeah. Well, like
just getting booed. And then Mahal got some offense when he countered that RKO and pushed Orton to the timekeeper area. And the fans loved it, and it went to commercial.
Yeah, they fought a little bit outside. And,
yeah.
For a good
Up until
the
first commercial break. And then it came back, and Jinder was in control, and the fans were loving it.
Yeah.
And anytime Orton would come back.
Jinder was doing good, too. I noticed, like, I legitimately noticed throughout the match, like, he's just, he's doing good. I mean, he's fought Randy Orton so many times at this point, I'd assume. But, like, he got hit by the, like, superplex or whatever.
Yeah, I like that spot.
And he just, Jinder just took it very well.
He's coming into a main eventer, man.
I mean, it looked like Randy was doing that to, like, Daniel Bryan, Like, he just slung him right over. And I was like, wow. Because, I mean, yes, you could say, like, oh, Randy Orton's big and strong, but that's Jinder doing a front flip, really.
They had Shinsuke watching the match.
Yeah, in the back.
Big superplex. I wrote that down, so that's what that was.
Yeah.
JBL says that Gilligan was alone on an island. No, he wasn't. What show are you watching, Jables? Are you forgetting the skipper, the professor, Marianne, Ginger?
The Globetrotters at one point. I think maybe one of the Beatles was on the island at one point.
Are you talking about the Scooby-Doo?
No, they really did that. They did that stuff too in later episodes. Yeah, like the Globetrotters just like, oh, hey, Gilligan, and then somehow at the end of the show, somehow they get off the island, but they can't leave for some reason.
Man, that's twisted.
Sounds like Lost, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's
twisted. You think that's how they got the concept for Lost? Just watching Gilligan.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a bad match by any means. Like you said, they're booing Randy, which I thought was awesome. There was a part where they're booing Randy so hard that he did like the Hogan ear. Like, not like Hogan, but he just tossed his hand up to his ear and just threw it to the crowd, and it's just boo! I was like, yeah.
You gotta acknowledge it.
I mean, it's Canada. I just think that they really like they like the crowd there, it seems. They're wrestling fans in the crowd. Which is weird.
That is true. It's just all of Canada's top wrestling fans come to that event.
Yeah. But like I said in the beginning of it, though, it was sour grapes for Jinder Mahal because he's from Canada and he can't say that he's from Canada. He can't work as though he's in his hometown. He has to... Stop it. You're making me...
I'm telling you.
I know. But he has to work... He has to work as a Indian, which I understand that's also his heritage. But still, you go home, you want to freaking...
Exactly.
He could have got so many huge pops there if he was a face,
Yeah, that's true.
Because if he runs as a face, he could probably be like, I'm from Canada, like I was born in Canada, but everyone in my family's from India. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're a face, like, nobody's gonna be like, boo. Right now, no matter what he says, everybody's gonna boo. But that was weird. What's with the rug? I wrote that down. It's the only detail that I wrote down for this.
How do you not get that? That's just,
I understand, but it's just weird. Like,
that's the Maharaja.
yeah, but the Singh brothers aren't there. So why is the Singh brothers come out and they roll a rug out for him every now and then, but there's no Singh brothers. So literally, he just came to the ring and there was just a rug there.
Well, yeah, that's the Maharaja, man.
Oh, I understand I understand
You got
why.
to have a rug for him to wipe his feet off on.
But it's just like,
He's gone through dirt and soot.
it's just so goofy to me. It's just so goofy. I just thought he was gonna fly away.
He just might. He should have, because he fucking lost. I can't believe the finish of this match.
Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about the
I can't
finish
believe
yet.
the finish of this match.
Talk about holding it back, you know.
I can't believe that they've built Mahal this well and invested this much and let him beat Orton so many times on pay-per-view, only to let Orton beat him and squash him right before the biggest party of the summer.
It's crazy. Think
And
about
it's a guy he's already proven he can beat. What the hell sense does that make? Bad decision.
the main event tonight and the main event last Tuesday. And then think about the match coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shinsuke beats John Cena and Jinder Mahal loses to Randy Orton.
Makes no sense.
And they're about to fight in a championship match. It really seems like it's just like hand the title over to Shinsuke.
Yeah,
Like, the Jinder didn't do too great lifting our results in India. They're going to watch either way. We have Shinsuke, who everybody loves. Let's just give him the title. Because a thing about Shinsuke having the title is he's an amazing performer, right?
Yeah.
But he hasn't been getting over the way that they want. So you give it's the Jinder, same thing they did with Jinder, really, except for there was no undertone to us of Jinder being as good as he's turned out to be, if you ask me. But Shinsuke, it's more like they just need to get the crowd to notice him.
Well, I will say maybe they should have had him do something last night in front of the crowd. The crowd was chanting for Nakamura right while Cena was out there.
That was ridiculous. I really thought... I don't know, man. I mean, but see, it kind of wouldn't work because Rusev didn't come out until the very end.
Rusev should have cost Orton this match. Because that feud needs steam. That feud needs something behind it. Why would
they got one night now?
They should have... If anything, they should have just made this a title match. And for no reason, just had it random on SmackDown because they want big ratings. You announce a big championship match for tonight, let Rusev cost him, and then it's personal. I mean, come on now. It's as simple as that. Even if it's not for the title, just let him lose. Actually, you know what? Make it non-title so people think Orton's going to win. Because, you know, people think the person in a non-title match is always going to win. Let him fucking get cost a match.
No, man.
And Rusev and Orton need...
Yeah, have Rusev come out. This is exactly what I said should have happened. You have freaking Jinder freaking wins the match. No, Jinder doesn't win the match. Rusev comes out and attacks Randy Orton. Jinder's all like, hell yeah, and Jinder starts attacking Randy Orton. And then the Singh brothers come out from underneath the ring and they start attacking Randy Orton. And then
you went one too many minutes.
Damn it! And the Great Khali comes out, and he starts attacking Randy Orton. And then freaking that black dude with the violin comes out. No, I'm just kidding. Skip him. Just hit Shinsuke's music. Shinsuke runs out, and Shinsuke freaking works the Great Khali.
You've taken this too far.
I know.
Great Khali.
Minus Great Khali. Minus Great Khali. I thought of that in the spot because of the song. But...
Because why would you have
I know.
5 people or 4 people attacking, and then someone's music hits, and they're just another person attacking? They're on the mob. So it's like, well, that don't make much sense.
You're right.
Shinsuke's music hits, and he just jumps in. He's attacking Randy Orton just with all the other people. He's like, fuck it, why would I go after 5 people? I'm not stupid. I got a big match coming up.
Well, minus Great Khali, you could have had Shinsuke come out and beat, even minus the freaking Singh brothers. I was just adding that because it'd be dope. You could just have Shinsuke run out and whoop up on Jinder and Rusev. Which you could say, like, oh, you can't have Shinsuke whoop up on both of them.
You could have Shinsuke run out, knee Rusev with the Kinshasa right from the start, and then the Singh brothers attack him.
And then Mahal roll
Jinder
out.
just scurry on with his title to the back.
I mean, yes, I understand your mindset is exactly what I was about to address, is that everyone would think, well, you can't have Shinsuke just whoop up on the guy he's about to fight and someone else, because that just is like, well, then Shinsuke's going to win. But it's Shinsuke Nakamura, so it's different for me in that moment. And Jinder just had a match. That's really just putting Rusev down, if you ask me, I guess. Rusev's perfectly healthy.
Oh, look what Rusev did with Goldberg. Goldberg just did that one crappy knee and fell down, and then Rusev, he just attacked Rusev.
Man, don't bring up Goldberg.
Man, that was awful, was it not? Good
There's
Lord.
so many segments from when Goldberg was there that just make me cringe.
His kid with no shirt.
Yeah, him making his forehead bleed and trying to... whenever he made his forehead bleed, I was like, oh yeah, badass. But then whenever he acknowledged it and tried to make it look badass, I was like, fucking nerd.
And when he was out there fucking, like, knocked loopy, too. Just like, oh, let's try this again.
Yeah. Son, take it off and get up here.
Give me a hug, boy. Give me a hug. Oh, don't you run from me now.
Tickle. Okay, so anyway, that was weird.
Yeah, because we both joined in. That was
sorry,
weird.
I hit the table there. But, Goldberg's back, and, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
Rusev did attack, though. There was literally, we watched it on Hulu. Perhaps it may have gone a little longer on cable, because sometimes it does that, you know. But on Hulu, there were literally 3 seconds left, and then Rusev kicked him and then it went off.
Yeah.
So, you know, I didn't see anything on YouTube, though, of, like, what were they calling it? Aftermath?
Yeah, I did completely forget that happened, though. You're right.
You think Dr. Dre's going to sue them?
Yeah.
Or is that Eminem's?
Eminem.
Okay. You think Eminem's going to sue Dr. Dre for trying to sue them about that?
Yeah, probably.
You're like, hold on a second. That's my song. And my mom was wrong. And I'm just kidding.
Just set up a match at SummerSlam.
Nothing?
That's weird. I was listening. That was good. That was good. What do you want me to say? Keep it going, Slew. You got a couple more bars in you?
I just said, like, I complained about my mom, though, because it's a Slim Shady.
Okay, I get it. I was going to say Kim, and then I remember that's not his mom. That's the lady's name who plays his mom in 8 Mile.
Alright, see you guys. I'm going to go watch 8 Mile.
I wouldn't even blame you, dude. Great movie.
But
Brittany Murphy, I love her acting in that movie. She's so good.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
That's what the
Couldn't believe
Undertaker
that. That's Lou Ann in King of the Hill.
Yeah, she lost her hair whenever the that place went up in flames, and her boyfriend died, Buckley.
She lost her hair?
Yeah, you remember that episode in King of the Hill?
Maybe.
I mean, this is just talking about King of the Hill at this point.
We talked about SmackDown.
Yeah, I know.
It's over.
It was a good show.
I didn't see the aftermath. Maybe there was something happened. I mean, something happened. The live crowd saw something. Unless Rusev was just like, ha-ha.
He just ran back.
Onto the back. I'm going to go park my hot wife.
He did something for sure. I mean, you know they took a shower afterwards together. You know it was steamy. It was hot. I'll tell you right now.
Rusev and Orton?
Damn it. I was going to say Orton's wife.
Handsome
mad.
Rusev?
Handsome Rusev? I said handsome.
Handsome?
I mixed them together.
One half of War Machine, handsome.
All right. That's pretty much it. Tell them where they can find us. We don't need to stretch this any longer.
We can stretch it. I got
There's
this
no
one joke
reason.
I can tell.
Tell your joke.
Okay. Nah.
You put your damn self on the spot. I was like, wow.
I had nothing. I thought I'd think of
I got a
something on the
joke. I
spot.
was like, whoa.
I was going to tell that one reptile in the water joke, but nah,
Wow.
can't do it.
You're doing it, aren't you?
Nope.
This is your joke, isn't it?
It's like a 20-minute joke. I would need a, well, join us tomorrow. I'm just kidding. That would be funny if I booked that for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you could. Tomorrow we'll tell that joke
I'm
about
not
the
gonna
reptile.
I'm not telling the reptile in the water joke.
No, he'll probably just tell you that boob joke that you told earlier and it killed. But that's Marks versus Smarks. And, you know, that was a Good Morning Wrestling. You're going to go ahead and want to find us everywhere else. We are everywhere else. And we're under Marks versus Smarks everywhere else. Say goodbye to the good people, Charles.
Goodbye.
And good morning.